if I knew how to put a stop to it overnight, obviously I would. But I don't know if there's one specific strategy. We've got to try to figure out some of this to be able to push back against this culture and this level of hate that we're seeing even in our country, even when we disagree. That we've got to get to a place where there's a certain grace extended, where there's a certain level of compassion rather than this condemning rhetoric that we often use.
Small community where everybody knows each other. So to have evil descent on this community in this way is something that nobody expected. But again, this is a pretty hard blow that the community has received. But I feel confident that in the future they'll be able to bounce back.
We're gripped by this idea that first, that the Second Amendment is absolute, and also by the NRA's subtle argument that puts us into this false choice, this binary choice, where if you're going to pass a gun law, it has to make sure that it prevents every gun death, and if it doesn't prevent every gun death, then we shouldn't pass any law. First, we need to do everything that we can for prevention. So that means supporting background check legislation, and Americans overwhelmingly support that, but also doing what some Republicans have talked about doing, even though they're not doing it now, which is increased support for mental health funding. Their proposed budget slashes mental health funding. You have to do something to limit the damage of these firearms. So that's where you get into either an assault rifle ban or limiting the number of bullets in a cartridge.
This kind of situation, it seems to me, does call for some action. The problem is the debate about gun control has moved so far. 10, 12 years ago, background checks, everybody supported. I believe in the late 90s, even the NRA supported background checks. Now, if you even talk about background checks, people say you're trying to confiscate our guns. Nothing could be further from the truth. My goal is to keep people who shouldn't have them from having guns. The old NRA slogan was, guns don't kill people, people kill people. Okay, if that's true, let's keep guns away from the people who we know have some likelihood of committing a violent crime.